Hey folks, this is Waylon Lewis. Just had my espresso and I'm coming to you live from Elephant HQ. And I'm here with Angelique, who is a wonderful public servant type here in Boulder, Colorado. And we're getting very cozy.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God, in the sun. And I'm here with Jamba, a longtime buddy who went to Naropa, the Kerouac Writing School. And he is actually in Halloween costume. You couldn't tell because we're in
Yeah,
Boulder.
man.
Yeah, and everyone looks like this anyway, but he's dressed up as a hippie, and it's a pretty good outfit. So we're here about, I think let's start with what we can agree on. Mm-hmm. We can agree that...
Oh, wait. Did you say that I'm also the owner of Rowdy Mermaid Kombucha?
He is, and do you want to show it?
Yeah.
No, show your
kombucha.
kombucha.
Show my product. Yeah.
So everyone who's kind of hippie and healthy loves kombucha, right? Who loves kombucha? If you love kombucha, give it a like or a love.
Yay.
And if you're just tuning in, say where you're from. That's our little tradition. So just say where you're tuning in from. So we're talking about something pretty serious today, but we're going to try and keep it civil and fun, which is nationwide as a country in just 20, 30 years, we have more than doubled in obesity, diabetes, childhood diabetes. I think we're all united in that being a problem. And you're a parent.
I'm a parent.
You're a parent. I'm not a parent. But we like...
but I could be your dad.
We like children, and we like them being healthy. And you could be my dad. I doubt that.
Yeah.
I'm 42.
Okay.
You'd be a very young dad.
Well, I'll adopt you.
Not cool. So we're united in caring about children, but we have this crisis. Jamie Oliver, many people have gone into that in the public world. So what do we do about it? Sugar is obviously a major problem. So here in Boulder, Colorado, which is land of the, as the libertarians like to say, the nanny state, trying to kind of create a happy, healthy environment, and we're named happiest in the country, healthiest, all these awards all the time. It's kind of worked. But
Thinnest, too.
Thinnest, fittest.
Yeah, lowest diabetes.
Right. And as you know, John is ready to debate. And as you know, and this is a stat that Jamba loves because it's so simple to understand, only 20 years ago, we would, at our current rate of obesity, been the fattest state in the country. So it's a crisis.
And who's to blame for that?
Me?
That's right,
know.
you.
The way you looked at me.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying.
It was my fault.
No, because you've debated this online, and I don't think there's any way to clearly put
Well,
a
my
finger
role
on it.
today is not to team up on you.
Okay.
My role is just to lay the ground and say, I think and I hope that we're all united in wanting to look at the problem and fix it in some way.
Well, and can I just add some
Sure.
important stats about Boulder? So we talked about how fit we are, of how in general, and how healthy and how happy. It also turns out that we have the highest wealth inequality coefficient in the state, for sure. And that really speaks to the fact that, not all of us are riding those ultra marathons or drinking kombucha or on that health bandwagon. There are plenty of kids in our community who are growing up in an environment that does not look like the environment that a lot of the other viewers may recognize as Boulder.
Yeah.
I think that's an important,
Well, thank you for
important statistic.
going beneath the cliche of Boulder. So
Absolutely.
I don't get credit for it because I'm a white male, but I grew up super poor here. We lost our house, all that kind of thing. We did, however, not eat pizza and fast food kind of stuff. We just kept it pretty simple. But not everyone is able to do that. And I just watched a video by Jorge about, there's families in Boulder without even clean water, like akin to Flint, Michigan.
Mm-hmm.
So,
And where did you watch that?
online,
Where?
on Vimeo.
At justiciarefrescante.com.
Oh, okay. I don't know. Cool. Thank you.
Yeah, that's a really important
You are
point,
so
Waylon.
white.
That's a really important point, is that a lot of people don't know, but what's great is that El Centro Amistad has gotten a grant to actually make 3 videos that show how many in our community don't have access to clean water, activities, the ability to play on the soccer team or take those ballet classes,
Or to go hiking at any of the trails that start just a block over.
and also people don't have a lot of people don't have access to healthy foods and fresh fruits and vegetables. So
Right.
all 3 of those videos can be found at Justicia justicierefrescante.com.
I think unless you spell it, no one's gonna get it.
JUSTICIEREFRESCANTE.
If anyone out there who is watching a friend of Angelique, you can
It'll
just
autofill.
you can just put it in the comments. So at any time, if any website is mentioned, any of you feel like being helpful, I think
Yeah.
I don't have an editor on, which is insane.
If anyone wants to post that link below, that'd be
Yeah,
great.
exactly. We got it.
JusticiaRefrescante.com.
So
Yes, sir.
we just have to keep it tight. So
Okay.
Jamba,
Yes, sir.
over to you, and then we'll get into the actual issue, because what we're talking about today is nothing less than how do we fix that? How do we fix this? Not all of it all at once, but how do we really, it being Halloween, strike a dagger or whatever into the heart of the vampire that is childhood diabetes and obesity crisis nationally. So you're an amazing example of the Boulder entrepreneur. You started. Do you want to just hang out? You can watch if you want. Oh, what?
No, Travis is on.
Oh, I'm not seeing any comments. So if you can put in my interview with Kombucha Guy, diabetes, obesity, Jamba, I already interviewed you. So you were struggling with the city regulations to start up your business, but you started this amazing, where's the kombucha? Again.
Rowdy!
So if you love kombucha, if you love entrepreneurs fighting the good fight against and with a caring municipality that maybe cares too much, give some love to this guy. So he's battled to create this business, and now you're, I think, understandably scared because of the confusion in this law.
Upset, I think, would be. So let me
You can-
just
whoa,
start.
whoa, whoa,
Let me
no,
just.
no,
yeah,
no,
okay.
no.
Yeah.
Let's just.
Okay.
We're gonna ease into the
Okay.
So that this law here in Boulder, 2H, is that we're all voting on now and in a couple days, is going to tax at 2 cents per ounce sugar, added sugar, in Boulder. Do you want to clarify what
Sure.
you think it is, and then you can clarify what's wrong with it?
It's a 2 cents per ounce tax on drinks with 5 grams or more of added sugar per 12-ounce serving. And the revenue, which is
Can we show
projected,
these just to?
Well, let's
We
go
can in a
through.
sec, yeah.
We'll show everything.
which is projected to
Yep,
raise
we're in.
$3.8 million to provide access to pure drinking water, activities, healthy foods, and probably most importantly, education for all the kids and families in our community around the importance of exercise and nutrition.
So who does it tax?
It taxes the distributor, so the one who produces or brings the product into the city of Boulder.
But Jamba is probably going to make a point that tax will will affect the
Well,
businesses.
So Rowdy Mermaid in this case is the distributor. So yes,
Oh, I
Rowdy
see.
Mermaid would be taxed on any product that has 5 grams or more of sugar per 12-ounce
We
serving.
work with multiple distributors and we self-distribute, but I don't know how it deals with self-distribution because we're not a distributor.
So without getting too arcane for the public out there, why do you perceive this as a threat
Let me
to
just
business?
Okay. I started Rowdy Mermaid several years ago in Boulder, in particular because I am the son of a father
Yeah,
who
good
died from complications from diabetes. And on his deathbed, all he wanted was a Coca-Cola, and he just kept asking for it, and those were his final words, that he wanted me to take him out so he could get a Coke. I understand the situation with diabetes, and I started Rowdy Mermaid to produce kombucha to provide an option for people so that people could make different choices, and we'll apparently get into it in a little bit, why kombucha. And so as Waylon said, owning a small business in Boulder, Colorado is not an easy feat. The number of regulations that we have to jump through and the number of taxes that are imposed on us, including, we were just talking about the alcohol occupancy tax. These are things that are a hindrance to running a small business. And we are the entrepreneur capital of the world. So I brought with me lots of beverages that will be taxed.
Why don't we just go through this? So
Sure, go ahead.
before you go through this, let's give some love to two things. So if you're just tuning in, give a like or a love. That helps this video get beyond Facebook's algorithm to people who might give a care but don't know about this. So if you are passionate about childhood diabetes, about obesity crisis, and about entrepreneurism, and about how to fix all this so that it works for everybody, please give it a like or a love. You see that, guys? Whenever they're not
nice.
talking, they're both on their phones.
Yeah.
This is a really fun interview. So these are some of the sodas you're saying are going to be affected. I'll hold them up. Do you want to say why, either of you?
Well, yeah. Why don't you tell us why these are going to be
Angelique,
affected?
if you squeeze in a little bit.
So this one has in it cane sugar, and the resulting nutrition label has 6 grams. So the threshold is 5 grams. That's the threshold.
So it's based on a threshold of sugar. And so
But
we'll just hold up some of the items that when you're voting on this law and it says big soda and major corporations, you're voting on
Right.
Guayaki.
But wait. Let me ask you.
Rowdy Mermaid.
No. Hey.
Yep.
Whoa. So we have to go slow so that people can understand this.
Okay.
I'm talking about myself. I'm slow. All of them already get it. So this is a great company. This has been a sponsor of Elephant off and on. We would look at this and say this is like a healthy hippie soda. Why is this getting taxed? Is it only added sugar, or is it just any kind of sugar that's already in it? So if it's a fruit drink and it has grape sugar, is that going to be taxed?
If it is sweetened with 100% fruit juice, it will not be taxed.
Okay.
If its main component is milk or any milk substitute like almond milk, soy milk, coconut milk, it will not be taxed.
So like bhakti chai.
If it has less than 5 grams
We're going
of
to go
sugar,
through all this too.
if it has less than 5 grams of sugar, like
Sure.
all 3 of Rowdy Mermaid's product that are on the shelf at the grocery store, it will not be taxed.
So you're saying most of Rowdy won't be taxed?
That's correct.
Can we get into it? Can we get into it a little bit? Why, if this kombucha has 5 grams of sugar, will it be taxed?
Because the threshold is 5 grams of sugar that are added sugars
Okay.
of any kind except for 100% fruit
So
juice.
I have 2 questions for you. How does the law define added sugar? And how does sugar affect diabetes?
Sugar is a contributor to diabetes. We know that sugar in drink form is the #1 source of added calories in the American diet.
I mean, how does it actually affect the body?
And we know that 1 in 3 kids, 1 in 3, is projected to get type 2 diabetes in their lifetime.
Yeah.
And if they're kids of color, that number is 1 in 2. So here's my show and tell.
But I feel like,
So I don't think you're answering the question though.
so let's walk this back for 1 sec, Angelique.
Which one, you going to
Okay,
save
guys,
one of these kids?
guys.
Or do you want to save a quarter on
You two,
this one?
so we're here to
kombucha?
have a conversation. I'm gonna have to pause this if you guys can't talk. So you are talking, you're not listening. So you asked a question. What's the answer you feel like you didn't get? And then you can show your things. That's totally fine.
All right,
We're
go
here for
ahead.
both of you.
Okay. How does the law define added sugar? The reason I'm here is not because I am fighting for big soda, as the language in the initiative might make it seem. It's because we were told by the city attorney that we would be implicated in this law, along with all of these other products that we have here, along with
Just one of your SKUs, right?
What's that?
One of your products.
anything of ours that we make that's 5 grams of sugar.
But that's
or more.
only one of your 10 products, right?
So what I want to know is, what is added sugar and why is it not stipulated?
Added sugar is sugar that goes into the beverage.
Is
That-
it
that's how-
stipulated?
that's how
He's
it's
saying
written.
it's not stipulated.
I'm saying it's not stipulated.
Well, there are people who also said that, Obama's birth certificate was not sufficiently produced, but added sugar is added sugar which is added to a product.
So are you saying-
There's nothing
so what's
legally
unclear about that?
confusing about
Okay.
that.
And then my second question
No,
is...
but real quick, what's unclear
Well, because
about
I
added
think
sugar?
these things are tied together. I would like for you to explain to us how it is that sugar in a beverage turns into diabetes. What happens in the body?
Well, to be fair to Angelique, because I just interrupted her trying to make a point. She just made a point that added sugar is sugar that is added. What's your point about that? Do you have any point?
Yeah,
that's
my
not clear?
point about that's not clear is, and now I'm going to get dry mouth, so I need one of these beverages.
Do you want your water?
Yeah, oh, my water.
Have some kombucha.
Yeah.
I'll get the water for you.
Okay.
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 And you explain the added sugar.
I will explain my beef with the added sugar.
Okay.
You go ahead.
Okay. Oh, thank you. So,
Good man.
added sugar, what
you, Bill.
happens basically is that a beverage like Coca-Cola that has all of these sugars in it and fake sugars, or even if it's just regular sucrose, has a very high osmolality. It's basically it's heavier than blood, and so when it goes into the stomach, it takes water out of the body, water molecules, then it goes into the low intestines or the small intestine, where a couple of different things happen. I know I'm starting to get nervous.
You're good. You're good. You can all relax.
Basically, what happens is the pancreas shoots a bunch of alpha amylase onto the sugars or onto starches when you eat food. It breaks it down into saccharides, and then the body shoots in alpha glucosidase, and the alpha glucosidase breaks the saccharides down into.
Okay, you're killing my ratings. So,
Okay.
can you
wait,
just
wait.
explain?
Let me say.
No, Jamba,
let me
Jamba,
finish. Let me finish.
Jamba,
It breaks it down
Jamba,
into sugar
Jamba.
that then enters the bloodstream
Right.
that causes the body to shoot out insulin.
Okay.
And the higher the osmolality of the beverage, the more insulin that's created to help basically
Okay.
balance out the
I
sugars.
should have laid down some ground rules, guys.
Okay, wait,
So,
no, this is
I'm
important
moderating.
because this is my
Okay,
business.
I'm going to hang this up.